Yes, very warm welcome everybody out there. Those who have been moving with us, those who have been doing whatever they can to contribute to the struggle all Ugandans are already engaged in at the moment. And we really appreciate what you're doing, and we cannot underestimate your effort. Whatever you're doing is very crucial to the economic, social, and political setup of our country, Uganda. Now today we would like to talk about how best Ugandans can remove President Museveni out of power, because these things we need to be discussing them, and we look for a way how basically we can do it, because as we all know, President Museveni has been in power since 1986. Now already he has clocked 35 years, and he's aiming to make 40 years ruling Ugandans. He came by use of military means and through a guerrilla war, and had to take the leadership of Uganda not by the will of people, but by that kind of military tactics and military way. Similarly, President Museveni has been governing Uganda by use of military, by use of the army and the police. I think for the last 15 years, Museveni had already lost popularity, and he has been governing this country not by the will of people, but by, of course, use of the machineries, the army, the police, and also other suppressive measures. So now we would like to inform Ugandans that for the case of President Museveni, he is not a leader. Is not a leader by the will of people, but rather by use of military means. So therefore, this one is no longer a discussion that President Museveni should be moved away or should be ousted. All Ugandans are really tired of this dictatorship. All Ugandans are totally tired of all the things that are happening in the country. So then we should therefore understand that in this post-election period, Ugandans now should come and draw lines again, and they restructure things so that we don't make the same mistakes we have been making. I think now it should give us what is taking place at the moment, or what has happened, the outcomes of the election should give us a way forward. And by the way, we as Ugandans, we should know that then if President Museveni cannot be removed by elections, because maybe some people wanted to first test and understand that that is how really it is. We have been telling Ugandans already that elections are always sham and rigged, but of course, as we talk now, that is what exactly happened. So now, are Ugandans ready to bow down and wait for 2026? This is a question that should be asked. You should ask yourself also, if you have been oppressed, if you have been facing every kind of injustices, you have been facing every kind of unfair things, then you should ask yourself, are you going to continue? Are you going to continue under the Museveni's regime? What are you going to do? So as Ugandans now, the problem we are facing now at the moment is that people have lost focus. When people, and it is helping the junta of President Museveni that the people have totally lost focus. And that's why at the moment people don't exactly what should be done. I think people now should come to realize that the more we keep on pushing each other, then the more we give President Museveni a very happy environment, whereby he continues to embezzle, he continues to root, he continues to consume all the country's resources. I think now Uganda should come to realize that it is very possible to remove the dictator if we combine our efforts together and we leave all the political differences aside. These colors we are wearing, they are colors that, colors also bring confusion. They bring confusion, and this one also hinders what we call liberation. Liberation should be something that it is not for a certain party as of now. At the moment, I would like every Ugandan to remove every color they are wearing. If you want to liberate your country, we would like every Ugandan to remove their colors. remove your colors, and we get the same voice. The same voice is the only solution that will give President Museveni sleepless nights, and at the end of the day, he will be no longer in the seat where he's rotating from. What I'm talking about at the moment, I'm saying, and we are going to give you ways on how best you can do it, because we'd like to tell Ugandans that we no longer need bloodshed. And we would like to assure you that something which is violent is usually most of the times suppressed and crushed. We have been seeing very, very many violent strikes and riots that have been happening in the country in the last previous years, and how President Museveni has been reacting. So therefore, we should resort to ways which can possibly also help us oust and destroy the dictatorship of President Museveni. Now, what are some of the ways that can help us? I think that non-violent ways are very, they can work out in Uganda, in a country like Uganda, most especially if we are speaking something similar, and if the voice is one. I think non-violent ways are very effective, and every Ugandan is part of this one. It is not for the readers. It is not for the people who think that they are activists. It is not for those people whom we have voted to go into parliament. I think it is for every Ugandan who is facing the same challenges, the challenges that are affecting the country. Therefore, even the leaders, we should make sure that we resort to non-violent ways, because you should have mercy to Uganda, because Ugandans already are having their own problems. They were hit by corona, they have been hit by this political situation, and most of them are in what we can call as economic breakdown. So therefore, we have to resort into something which will not also push Ugandans to the wall, and at the end of the day, which can help us remove the dictatorship of President Museveni. I'm saying that in this video, I'm saying that what is more important at the moment is Ugandans to know that if we want to remove the dictator, we must first speak one voice. If we don't speak one voice, then we will never remove the dictatorship of President Museveni. One voice is enough to kick President Museveni to his political graveyard, which is very possible. So we are calling upon every Ugandan that in this period whereby President Museveni has continued to remain in power, illegitimately, I think now, illegally, I think now people should know what should be done. It is a horror. And there are people who have been asking me about Plan B. You know, people ask very many questions. But I would like to tell you that for a simple explanation, Plan B is not for a certain particular person, a certain group of people. Plan B is for the whole country. Plan B, it doesn't mean bloodshed. It doesn't mean going to the shop and you root and you burn tires on the street. No. It is a call for every institution, for the teachers, for the nurses, for all intellectuals to take part in this non-violent means, as we look forward to remove the dictatorship of President Museveni. So what I would like to highlight to you is that Plan B is for every oppressed Ugandan, not for Mr. BSJ, not for Patrick Amuriato Boy, not for who and who. It is not for a person. Plan B is you. Generally, it is you who is facing the challenges. You understand? Who is facing the consequences? Who is facing all these things we have been talking about. So now, therefore, we would like to call upon every Ugandan. We are calling you. Let's have one voice. The differences, of course, they are very many. The differences are very many. But now we should be having one ideology, and one ideology, first and foremost, should be removing the dictator. Then we will sort ourselves later, because after removing the dictator, we can have what we call transition, and we see how best we can prepare our country for democracy. Are we together? So make sure you always share. There are people who come and judge me here. When you hit us hard, we also hit you hard. We are not people who can keep quiet, most especially when the environment is challenging. So we act according to what is taking place. But on the other hand, we know exactly what should be done. So we have to criticize the mistakes. Every mistake, we criticize it. We cannot keep quiet. So that is how we are. No one has quoted us here. So don't come here and complain and judge. Don't judge because you know me. Knowing me adds nothing. Because if you know me, then what do you mean? Just knowing me is just something I don't take as something big. So you come here and you complain. If you feel that you are not present and you are not you are disliking what I'm talking about, you can move on. There is no one who says that you come and you are no. It is not a mandatory. But for us, we had to decide. We decided to come out and speak for the nation and for the cause of every Ugandans. Not because for us we are in a very sorry state, how people think that when you are talking then you are in a sorry state. No. But we are speaking for the people. People are facing very many challenges, and all the people out there understand that. Okay, so this is our country, and it is our role also to have a voice, to have a say, So it is also your role out there. Don't keep quiet. Let's not take this game as a game of honorable of Chaguranyi, Mr. Chaguranyi. Let's not take this game as a game for President Kiza Besije, for Patrick Amuriato Boy, for Norbert Mau, and very many others, for Migisha Muntu. It is not for those guys. I think it is for all Ugandans, because now all of us, we should know that it is our right to have a say on the country's resources. The country's resources have been subjected, they have been given out to a minor group of people, and we are the ones who have been heavily giving taxes. We have been imposed to heavy taxes, and at the same time, we are not benefiting from them. I think our benefits should be good schools, we should be having good education system, we should be having good health institutions, the transport sector, the industrial sector. All those things should be flourishing. And we should be the first beneficiaries, not a minor group of people who are simply looting, who are simply consuming, who are simply embezzling each and everything. So that is, I think, why the country is at the state they are in at the moment. So we should know that Ugandans are tired. 35 years are enough for this gentleman to move away and give others space to occupy the biggest office in Uganda. That is what I think. And I think now people now, we will start teaching people and encouraging them that they should rather leave this kind of, these differences, and we fight for one thing. I think this one thing, that is what I think President Kizza Besigye has been telling us all the time, that Plan B, you people, Plan B is not something for, it is not something Besigye's. It is not something, it is not Besigye's. I'm trying to make it like that. It is so, meaning that it is not a personal thing for Besigye. It is for every oppressed Ugandan and everyone who is a captive in this country. So this is my message today, that Museveni can be non-violently ousted and destroyed from power if we speak one voice. Share this message to as many people as you can, because that is what people need to hear at the moment. We always hear every day to give you analysis on the political situations of Uganda. Sometimes we are always straightforward, most especially in some of the things we try to. If you make I told you for us, we don't massage and romance mistakes. No, we don't do that. Sometimes that's why we are always at loggerheads with our followers and other people. We are always at loggerheads. But good of it all, for us, we encourage you that you should also take part in this thing. It is not something that is for a certain group of people. It is for all of us Ugandans. We love you all. For us, we don't hate you. We don't hate anybody. People think that because we speak, we have hatred. We don't have hatred. There is nothing like hatred. We speak. We are fighting for a common cause. I think that cause is for every Ugandan. Yeah, that is the message for today. Be blessed. Let's fight for our country, and let's look for non-violent means as we look forward to liberate our country. Yes. Thank you so much. May God bless you.